CJ Stroud is having an amazing rookie season with the Houston Texans. He's definitely outplayed Bryce Young as a #1 overall pick. Guess the Panthers are probably regretting that at the moment. In 14 games so far at the time of recording this video, CJ Stroud has 3,800 yards passing with 21 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. He's definitely exceeded what a lot of people projected that he would be able to do. He has a bright future ahead of him. Houston Texans are looking good overall. They have definitely outplayed a lot of people's expectations of them this season. Brand new head coach coming over, DeMeco Ryans from the 49ers as their defensive coordinator. He's made a huge impact on this team. They got a new rookie quarterback. Nobody expected them to be as good as they are right now. Nico Collins has had a breakout season. He already has 100 catches for 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns in 14 games at the time of recording this video. The Madden rosters had him ranked as an 80 overall with normal dev, but I bumped him up to an 85 overall with star dev. I think that he's definitely earned that at this point. Tank Dell's a beast receiver as a rookie already, 82 overall. He has hidden dev. We got Dameon Pierce and Singletary at running back. Singletary's actually having a pretty good season himself. The offensive line, I've made some changes here. I moved Shaq Mason from right guard to right tackle. I moved Jones from right tackle to center because Scruggs was the best guy we had at 67. Jones is a 74. And also I'm going to make Green the starter at left guard. And then we have Larry Tunsil at left tackle, one of the best left tackles in the entire NFL, 94 overall with star dev. They also signed Dalton Schultz at tight end on a 1-year deal coming over from the Cowboys. He's having a pretty good season himself. The biggest thing that stood out for me on this team defensively is Jonathan Grenard. He's having a breakout season. He has 12.5 sacks already. I bumped him up from, he had normal dev. I think he was like a 77 overall. I can't remember exactly. Maybe he was 80. But I bumped him up to star dev, and I did give him a boost to 83 overall. We got Tart and Rankins at defensive tackle. Will Anderson Jr. is having a pretty good rookie season. He already has 7 sacks. He's 83 overall with hidden dev. Singletary and Desmond King and Nelson at corner is actually a pretty solid cornerback group. Singletary is still pretty young. We got Petrie and Ward at safeties. We also have Kareem Jackson and Amos. Apparently that this team's just loaded with safeties. Linebackers, we have Cashman. He's injured for 1 week. Apparently he got injured in the preseason, but he's going to be starting for us. We also have Denzel Perriman at middle linebacker, and then Chris Harris at outside linebacker. Christian Harris. I changed the offensive playbook to the Dallas Cowboys offense, which is a West Coast zone run. We're setting at 75% scheme fit on that right now. I think that's going to be the best opportunity to get CJ Stroud to develop maximum. Defensively, I'm going to leave them at their default Houston Texans playbook with a base 4-3, 91% scheme fit. I'm using auto-generated draft classes, and for scouts, I'm using a cornerback on my tier 3, and I'm going offensive tackle with my tier 2, and then we're going wide receiver, corner, and wide receiver for the other 1-star scouts. Season goal, I'm going to go ahead and try to make the playoffs as our goal for this season. I think the team's able to do that possibly out of the gate. Looking at players available to re-sign, we have $99 million in cap space, so we have a lot of money here. Dalton Schultz, I definitely want to bring him back long term. He does want to be here. He has a lot of interest. I'm going to offer him a 4-year deal. Offer is perfect. He's coming back. We got $90 million left. Singletary, I'm going to hold off on him. Tyre Tart at defensive tackle. Yeah, I'll go ahead and offer him a deal. He's only 26 years old. Let's go 2 years. He needs more time to think it over. Desmond King, I'll probably wait till the end of the season. I'll end up bringing him back most likely. Jonathan Grenard, I do want to bring him back long term here. 3-year deal. He's coming back. We got $70 million left. A lot of these other guys, I'm probably going to wait till the end of the season since they're already pushing 30 years old, or they are 30 years old, and they're going to start regressing heavily. Denzel Perriman, 30 years old, 80 overall. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till the end of the season on the rest of these guys and see what we can do from there. We're 6 weeks into the season, and unfortunately Tank Dell has torn his rotator cuff and he's gonna be out for 12 weeks. I'm putting him on injured reserve. At the midseason point, we're 2-4, not off to a good start at all. The Colts are leading the division with a 5-2 record. The Jaguars are 2-5, and the Titans are 1-5. It looks like we're fortunate enough to have a division that's not very competitive besides the Colts, so hopefully the second half we can bring this team back. The second half of the season definitely went a lot better for us. We finished 10-7, won the division, got a wild card playoff spot. The Colts went 10-7, the Jaguars went 8-9, and the Titans went 5-12. We had the 11th ranked offense. CJ Stroud had the 3rd most passing yards and 4th most passing touchdowns. Defensively ranked 19th. CJ Stroud had 4,300 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 67% completion with the 106 rating. Awesome season from the rookie quarterback. Dameon Pierce had 1,100 yards rushing, 4 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. CJ Stroud had 300 yards rushing with 1 touchdown. Looks like Noah Brown led the team in receiving yards. I guess he got a lot more attempts and snaps since Tank Dell got injured. He had 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns. That's a pretty good season from him. Nico Collins, 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns. Robert Woods, 800 yards with 8 touchdowns. Tight end Dalton Schultz, 80 catches, 779 yards with 12 touchdowns. He was a red zone machine. What's up with that picture on his face? It looks like he has maybe a lazy eye on his left eye. I'm not sure. Tank Dell, 22 catches, 294 yards, 0 touchdowns since he missed most of the season. Christian Harris led the team in tackles with 104. Blake Cashman had 98 tackles for loss. Will Anderson Jr. had the most with 17. Love to see that. Tart had 12 and Grenard had 11. Will Anderson Jr. led the team in sacks with 8.5. Grenard had 7.5. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, that's a good production from a rookie defensive end. I was hoping Grenard was going to get at least 10. Tart had 6. Rankins had 4.5. Derek Stingley led the team in interceptions with 4. Christian Harris had 3. Desmond King had 1. And Blake Cashman had 1. We will be playing against the 14-3 Cincinnati Bengals in the wild card round. That's crazy. They went 14-3 and they didn't get a first round bye week, so Baltimore must have had a crazy season. We also have the Dolphins against the Colts, the Chiefs against the Chargers, and like I said, Baltimore with the first round bye week. Unfortunately, we lost to the Bengals 35-21, but it's a stepping stone for us. The first season making it to the playoffs is pretty good. Joe Burrow had a crazy game, 4 touchdown passes. I was going to say 400 touchdown passes and then 4 yards. I don't know what I'm talking about. CJ Stroud, 335 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 interceptions, man. Growing pains, right? Joe Mixon, 92 yards with a touchdown. Receiving wise, Robert Woods, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Nico Collins, 11 catches for 100 yards. Jamar Chase, 100 yards with a touchdown. And Tyler Boyd with 3 touchdown catches. Wow. The Cowboys beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl 35-14. Dak Prescott won Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson won NFL MVP of the regular season with the Ravens. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Lamar Jackson also won Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Rashee Rice won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Chiefs. And Jalen Carter won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Eagles. Quarterback Case Keenum retired after 12 seasons, and strong safety Kareem Jackson retires after 13 seasons. We got $100 million in cap space here, and we're looking at players that we can re-sign. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to re-sign any of these guys. You know, it might be possible to bring Tart and Desmond King back onto the team, but I'm going to wait till free agency and see if we can upgrade a lot of these positions and players. Steven Nelson, he's still 81 overall, but he's 31 years old. Probably going to end up trying to draft a cornerback. And a lot of these guys are like 28 to 30 years old. Denzel Perryman already dropped down to a 75 overall. He was an 80 overall, but yeah, he's regressing heavily. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move on from everyone. And if we have to, we can bring them back in free agency, but I'm trying to get younger and better. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. CJ Stroud has X Factor. Nice. He's up to 87 overall. Pierce Collins. Let's see. I forgot that we had John Mechie on this team. I should have made him the 3rd string receiver. I don't know why I completely just brain farted and forgot about him. Dalton Schultz is up to superstar. Tunsil and Green and Mason are all star. The offensive line is actually not bad. We do need to do something at center though. Defensively, we need to get us a couple of stud defensive tackles. Will Anderson Jr. is a superstar, up to 90 already. Nice. We do need to get another middle linebacker and an outside linebacker. Harris is up to star dev. That's good to see. We still got Ward at strong safety. Petrie. Yeah, we need a couple of cornerbacks. So definitely focus is going to be, in free agency, is going to be on this defense for sure. D tackles, corners, linebackers. Free agency didn't go too bad. I got defensive tackle Michael Pierce. He's 84 overall, 31 years old. He's a scheme fit with star dev. Got him on a 1-year deal. Also bringing in Bobby Wagner at middle linebacker. I know he's 34 years old, but he's still 82 overall with star dev. I did try to get Patrick Queen. He's like 26 years old and he was 84 overall. Offered him a huge deal, but he ended up not signing with us. Bringing Steven Nelson back at cornerback. Also signed Mitch Morse at center. He's 80 overall with star dev, 1-year deal. I got Tart back. Also I signed Jeff Okuda in case we can't get us a cornerback in the draft. 25 years old, scheme fit with normal dev. Got him on a 1-year deal. And then Tyrell Dodson, I got him outside linebacker just to fill the roster because we need some help at outside linebacker. 75 overall, scheme fit, normal depth, 26 years old. Almost forgot that we needed a kicker and a punter, so I signed the best, highest overall available. Tommy Townsend, 81 overall, and then the kicker, Cameron Dicker, that's what I meant to say. They call him Dicker the kicker, 79 overall, 24 years old. Selecting my private workouts and looking at the cornerbacks, and this draft class for cornerbacks is looking sick. There's got 3 guys that are 100% scouted. They're supposed to be true top 5 talents, and then we have several more down here that are true round 1 guys. Was there another top 5 here? Ooh, Dom Boone from Purdue, 6'4", freaking tall as heck. True top 5 talent, projected to go 2nd to 3rd round. He might end up being a steal for us, so I'm definitely getting a corner in this draft for sure. First round of the draft, we have pick number 7, and we have 2 cornerbacks here that are true top 5 guys, and also the other guy that's a true top 5 that's projected to go 2nd or 3rd. He's still on there, so maybe I'll be able to get him next round or something. But we got Devin McLean. He has B catch, B man coverage, A press with B zone, but I think I'm going to draft this guy instead. Paul Atkins from Michigan State. 5'10", 187 pounds, man-to-man, scheme fit, true top 5 talent. He has A catch, A man coverage, A press with B zone coverage. So to me, it seems like he's going to be the better overall player. Devin McLean is 6'2", 200 pounds, so he's a lot bigger. This guy is smaller, but this is who I'm going to roll with. He's 21 years old, good acceleration, solid agility, elite change of direction with elite speed and great strength. He has the fastest 40. He runs a 4.24, freaking fast. See A's all over the place. He's got hidden dead with 97 speed, 85 jumping, 95 change of direction. Second round, that other cornerback that I wanted to draft, that was a hidden guy down. He was projected to go 2nd or 3rd, but it's a true top 5. Somebody already drafted him, so I'm going to take a chance on this middle linebacker, Rayshawn Davison from Clemson. 5'11", 240 pounds. He's a field general, scheme fit. Projected to go 2nd or 3rd. Only got him 50% scouted, so I'm really taking a chance here. But we got Bobby Wagner at middle linebacker, and he's probably going to be gone after this season. This guy's 21. He has good acceleration, good agility, great change of direction with elite speed. He has the fastest 40 of all linebackers. B awareness, A stamina. He has a chance to have A in his tackle and zone coverage. He only has normal div, unfortunately, with 91 speed. That's pretty fast though. 81 change of direction with 89 acceleration. So hopefully he has a pretty good high overall. Third round, I was going through looking at all the players I had scouted 100%, and I didn't see this guy before. He's a cornerback, I have him 100% scouted. He's projected to be day 3, but his true talent is 1st to 2nd round. How can I pass that up when we're in the 3rd round? His name's Zach Jefferson from Oklahoma, 5'10", 181 pounds. He's a slot guy, 21 years old. He has solid acceleration, elite agility, great change of direction, good jumping with marginal speed, so he's pretty slow. Great strength. He has a 23rd fastest 40-yard dash at the college pro day, 4.51, so that's pretty fast, but he's like top 3 and everything else. Skills wise, he has B man coverage, we know that for sure. His kick return is A. How does he have A kick return when he's the slowest dude in the world? Let's see, he has A tackle too. He only has normal dev, 88 speed, so I guess that's pretty much like the bare minimum speed that I want a cornerback to have. 4th round, we could use a backup running back, so I'm going to take a chance on this power back, Dalton Hardison from BYU. He's 5'10", 225 pounds, only having 50% scouted. 22 years old, he has solid acceleration, decent agility, solid change of direction, elite jumping, decent speed with elite strength. He's got hidden dev with 88 speed, nice little backup running back. I ended up simulating the rest of the draft picks. The cornerback we drafted is an 81 overall. Freaking awesome. 21 years old with hidden dev, 97 speed, 80 man coverage, 77 zone coverage, 75 play rec, 91 acceleration. He has 68 tackle with 87 jumping and 72 catch. It's a good pick right there. This middle linebacker I took a chance on in the 2nd round. He's only a 71. He had normal dev, but he has 91 speed. Yeah, that's fast. Cornerback I drafted in the 3rd round. That was supposed to be a 1st to 2nd round pick that we had 100% scouted. Normal dev, 73 overall. Not a bad pick, but this running back I drafted in the 4th round is a 77. Love to see that. Dalton Hardison. I never heard that name before. Hardison. 81 break tackle, 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 86 agility, 83 trucking with 86 stiff arm, 84 strength. Definitely like that pick right there, and he's wearing Derrick Henry's number 22. Computer drafted the rest of these guys. Let's go look out the entire NFL draft recap. The number 1 overall pick to the Saints was a 73 overall left tackle. Terrible pick from them. Who's the highest in the whole class? The cornerback that we drafted, also the other cornerback, Devin McLean's 81. And then 80 overall cornerback. So yeah, cornerback was freaking heavy here. Strong cornerback draft class here. Dom Boone, that's the dude I was wanting to get. That was a true top 5 talent. It said he's a 77 overall. Saints ended up getting him in the 2nd round, which makes up for that terrible number 1 overall pick they took, I guess.
No cap on that one.
Here's the starting lineup for season 2. CJ Stroud, 87 overall, X Factor. Dameon Pierce, 83, and then our backup running back is a 77. Rookie coming out the draft, Nico Collins is up to 87 overall with star dev. I'm going to make John Mechie the number 3 receiver and start him in the slot since I forgot about him. Tank Dell's 83 overall star dev. Hopefully he can stay healthy for us this season. Dalton Schultz up to 85 with superstar. I guess a tight end that the computer drafted is a 70 overall with hidden dev. That's good. Offensive line's actually looking pretty good. Everyone has star dev besides Green. He's a 74 overall with normal dev. Defensively, we brought Tart back. We signed Michael Pierce in free agency. Grenard's up to 84. Anderson's at 88 with Superstar. Hopefully he's going to have a breakout season. Stingley's at 88 with Superstar. We got the rookie cornerback, 81 with Hidden Dev. We're going to be starting for us in the slot. And then Steven Nelson at cornerback too, 82 overall with normal dev. Jimmy Ward, 83 overall with star dev. He's getting up there in age, so it's probably going to be his last season. Harris, 74 with star. Wagner's at 83 with star. And then we brought Dotson in free agency, 75 with normal dev. Jalen Petrie is 80 overall with star dev. My scouts for this season are going to be focusing on offensive tackle for my tier 3. We're going wide receiver on a tier 1, offensive tackle on tier 1, defensive tackle on tier 2, and then wide receiver on tier 1 again. This season goal, I'm going to go with making the playoffs. I think that we can probably at least win a playoff game this season. Last year we made it as a wild card team and lost in the first round. I'm going to leave the offensive playbook at Dallas, but I'm changing the defensive playbook to San Francisco. That's where D'Amico Ryans came from, so it's probably his playbook anyways. I think that San Francisco's defensive playbook is going to do better in simulation than the Texans. We have $82 million in cap room. Definitely want to bring Nico Collins back, so I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal right now. He's 25 years old. He's up to 88 overall with star dev. He's coming back. That was easy. Jeff Okudah, I'm probably going to let him walk. Michael Pierce, I might bring him back, but I'm waiting till the end of the year since he's 31. Kendrick Green, I'm not sure about him yet. I'm going to wait till the end of the season. Jimmy Ward, definitely not bringing him back. He's 33 years old. Going to upgrade that for sure. Brevin Jordan, we don't really need him since we have Dalton Schultz. Mitch Morris, it was just going to be like a one-year patch type thing. Same with Steven Nelson. Most of these guys, I'm going to end up letting them walk. Bobby Wagner's probably going to regress so heavily after the season since he's 34 years old. And then we have Stingley and Green with 5th-year options. I'll definitely pick up Stingley's, but Kenyon Green, he's only a 73 overall. Probably just end up, I don't know, he's only 7.8 million. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season to see how he does. We're off to another terrible start. We are 2-5, last in the division. The Titans are 6-1, the Jaguars are 3-3, and the Colts are 3-4. Not looking good at all, but hopefully we can turn it around. Second half of the season, we got a weekly award here. Let me check it out and see who it is. Bobby Wagner. Of course, I've been talking about how he's 34 years old and he's going to regress, and he's like, in your face. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, 8 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. End of the regular season, and things just went terribly overall. We finished 6-11. Not too happy about it. Last in the division, the Titans went 13-4, the Jaguars went 10-7, the Colts went 9-8. Let's go figure out what happened with these stats here. 5th ranked offense, CJ Stroud 2nd most passing yards, 3rd most passing touchdowns. Defensively 22nd. Well, I might have to switch the defensive again. CJ Stroud 4,400 yards passing, 38 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, 68% completion with the 110 rating. Freaking awesome season right there. So the offense is not the problem at all. Damian Pierce 1,100 yards, 4.1 per carry with 11 touchdowns. Nice. CJ Stroud 346 yards, 3.8 per carry with 0 touchdowns. The rookie running back Hardison 183 yards, 4.2 per carry with 2 touchdowns. Receiving, everyone just had a crazy season here. Nico Collins 1,200 yards with 12 touchdowns. John Mechie 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Tank Dell was 5 yards short of 1,000 yards, had 2 touchdowns. Dalton Schultz 70 catches, 700 yards, 11 touchdowns. Great production from the receivers. Defensively, Tyrell Dodson led the team in tackles. What the hell? Why? How come Bobby Wagner, I had to put him as sub linebacker? Well, I don't know. 141 tackles for Dodson, so maybe he'll have like a breakout season and become an X factor all of a sudden. Wagner 107 tackles. Paul Atkins, the rookie corner, had 96 tackles. What the heck is going on with the defense? Will Anderson Jr. had 25 TFLs. That's a lot. He also led the team in sacks with 10.5. And then Tart, dang, he had 10.5 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. Grenard 8.5. That's a solid season. Interception, Stingley Jr. had 4. Good to see. Jimmy Ward had 2. Nelson had 2. Then Dotson had 1 along with Wagner and Petrie. The Bills beat the Falcons 30-24 in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen won Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Arthur Smith won Coach of the Year with the Falcons. Jonathan Taylor won Offensive Player of the Year with the Colts. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. And then Ben Myers, Ted Westerman won Offensive Defensive Rookie of the Year. Don't know who those guys are. $91 million in cap space. I'm going to pick up the 5th-year option for Derek Stingley Jr. for sure. Still think it's funny that doesn't affect the cap room, but that's good. Kenyon Green. He's a 75 overall with star dev. He's still only 24 years old. It's only $9 million for 1 year. I'm going to go ahead and take it. We got Okudah. I'm going to let him walk. Michael Pierce. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal to try to bring him back. He's coming back, 1 year, $14 million. We have $76 million left. Davis Mills, moving on from him. Jimmy Ward, I'm gonna let him go to free agency and try to upgrade the strong safety spot. Rest of these guys, I'm just gonna let all these guys go. Bobby Wagner's down to 78 overall. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. On the offense, let's see, Mechie jumped up to star dev. Collins is up to superstar. That rookie running back just had star dev. Pretty much offense is looking good overall. We definitely do need to do something about center and guard here. I know I keep saying that, and we did address it last year, but we're gonna have to do it again this season. Defensively, Tartt still only has normal dev, even though he had like 10.5 sacks as a defensive tackle. Okay. Anderson Jr. is up to X Factor. Steenley's up to X Factor. That cornerback only has star dev. He's already up to 84, and that's even with the morale dragging him down one. So technically he's at 85. Linebackers, Davidson's up to 75, middle linebacker. We could go with him if we had to, but I'm gonna try. We have like 77 million in cap space, so hopefully I'll be able to help this defense out a lot, because this is what is dragging us down. We do need strong safety. Petrie's lingering around 79, 80 overall at free safety. He's not really developing. We went crazy in free agency. Big things popping and little things stopping. We got Javon Holland at free safety, 91 overall, 25 years old. Scheme fit, star dev, got him on a 6-year deal. Did overpay for him, not gonna lie. Greg Newsome at cornerback, 88 overall, scheme fit, star dev, 25 years old, got him on a 4-year deal. Jerome Baker at middle linebacker, 84 overall, scheme fit, star dev, 28 years old, 5-year deal. Garrett Bowles, he's a left tackle, but I'm gonna end up moving him to center. He's 83 overall, 33 years old, scheme fit, star dev, 1-year deal. Jedrick Wells, got him at right tackle, 79 overall, 26 years old, star dev, 2-year deal. We got $9 million left, and we pretty much filled all the spots we needed to on the roster. First round of the draft, pick number 8. I'm going to draft this defensive tackle, Jose Davis from Notre Dame. He's 6'4", 312 pounds, run stopper, scheme fit. He's a true first round talent, have 100% scouted. 22 years old, he's got great acceleration, good agility, great speed with great strength. He has A play rec, B power moves, and A tackle. He's got hidden depth with 92 strength, 74 speed, 84 acceleration. Second round, I'm checking out this tight end. I can't pass him up. I know we don't necessarily need one since we have Dalton Schultz, but his name is Nick Beverly from LSU. He's 6'2", 237 pounds, vertical threat. Only having 50% scouted, so I'm definitely taking a chance. 22 years old, he has great acceleration, elite agility, elite change of direction, good jumping with elite speed, good strength. He looks like a hell of an athlete. He has elite in all these categories. He has the fastest 40-yard dash. In his pro day, he ran a 4.49. Skills-wise, he has A awareness, B break tackle, A deep route, and he has the potential to have A in a few other things. He only has normal dev with 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 88 agility, 84 change of direction. Man, that's fast. 89 speed for someone that's 237 pounds. I simulated the rest of the draft picks. This defensive tackle, Jose Davis, we drafted in the first round. He's 76 overall. He's got hidden dev, 92 strength, 76 block shedding, 73 power moves, only 66 finesse moves, 81 tackle, 84 acceleration. Be a good backup for us. Tight end I drafted in the second round. He's a 74 overall. We saw he had 89 speed. He only had normal dev though, unfortunately. 83 catching, 89 acceleration, 78 catching traffic with 77 spectacular catch. Looks like he's pretty good receiving tight end. The computer drafted this right guard in the third round. He's a 75 overall. That's a pretty good pick. And he does have hidden dev. 21 years old. He's 323 pounds. A big boy. 88 strength, 76 run block, 74 pass block with 90 lead block. Looking at the entire NFL draft recap, it looks like the Green Bay Packers had the #1 overall pick and they decided to draft a quarterback. Guess they decided to move on from Jordan Love and they drafted this dude who's 74 overall with normal dev, already 23 years old. So good luck with that, buddies. See who the highest in the whole entire class was. 80 overall wide receiver that went to the Chicago Bears in the first round, pick number 4. And then there was a cornerback, 78 overall in the second round that went to the Packers. So they made up for that #1 overall pick being a bust. Guess it's the same thing that happened to the Saints in the last draft.
No cap on that one.
Then there was a 77 overall wide receiver that went in the third round to the Saints, Junior Patton. This is the starting lineup for the third and final season of the rebuild. CJ Stroud's a 91 X Factor. Pierce is at 86 with star dev, so he's developing nicely. Hardison's at 79. Collins 89 with superstar. Mechie's at 77 up to star dev. Tank Dell's 85 with star dev. Dalton Schultz 87 with superstar. And we got some pretty good backup tight ends over here. Offensive line, I made some moves. I moved Shaq Mason from right tackle to left guard. I moved Bowles to center. He's already up to 86 overall. Right guard, I'm going to keep Green up here since he's a 76, but that rookie's right on his heels at 75 with hidden dev. We signed Jedrick Wells in free agency and moved him to right tackle. Laremy Tunsil's still a 96 with star dev. Defensively, Will Anderson's a 91 with X Factor. Tart to 80 with star dev. Michael Pierce 82 with star dev. Tart does not have star dev. I don't know why I said that. He has normal dev. Defensive tackle we drafted in the second round, 76 with hidden dev. Grenard's 85 with star. Stingley a 90 with X Factor. Atkins, we're gonna move him to the slot. He's an 86 overall with star dev since we signed Newsome, who's an 89 with star dev. I moved Petrie to strong safety since we signed Javon Holland at free safety. He's at 91 with star dev. Jerome Baker we brought in free agency, 85 with star dev. Harris is 75 with star, and then Dotson's a 76 with normal dev, despite leading the team in tackles with like 140 last year. I thought about it a lot, and I decided I'm just going to leave the playbooks the same as I did the last season with the San Francisco defensive playbook. Hopefully, since it's in the second year of the playbook, they'll get better at it. And I'm still sticking with the Dallas offense because that's been doing good for us. At the midseason point, we are 6-1 and leading the division by a mile. The Colts are 2-5, and the Titans and Jaguars are both 1-6. Looks like these playbooks are doing well for us, and hopefully we have a good second half of the season. No, my luck, we'll probably never win a game the rest of the season, and we'll finish 6-11 or something. End of the regular season, we finished 13-4. Won the division, got a wild card spot in the playoffs. The Jaguars went 10-7, the Colts went 6-11, and the Titans went 3-4. We had the number 2 ranked offense. CJ Stroud 4th in passing yards, 9th in passing touchdowns, and defensively ranked 14th. I think that's the best defensive rank we had this whole rebuild. CJ Stroud 4,500 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, 71% completion with a 109 rating. Dude has been a beast for us this entire rebuild. He's already up to a 97 with X Factor. Well, he's had over 32 passing touchdowns every season, and he has not thrown more than 9 interceptions. Dude is having an insane career so far. Dameon Pierce had a great season, 1,200 yards rushing, 4.3 per carry with 17 touchdowns. That's awesome. CJ Stroud almost had a 300 yards rushing with 5 touchdowns rushing. Pretty good. Receiving, Nico Collins had 1,300 yards with 9 touchdowns. John Mechie, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Tank Dell, 780 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dalton Schultz, 83 catches for 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. Defensively, Dotson led the team in tackles again. I don't know why I keep moving him out of the depth chart, but the computer is like, no, we want Dotson starting because he's the worst linebacker on their team. 116 tackles. Jerome Baker had 115. Tackles for loss, Will Anderson Jr. with 27. Wow. And he led the team in sacks with 9.5. Grenard had 8. Dotson had 2.5. Pierce had 2. Tart had 2. And Jose Davis, the rookie defensive tackle, had 2. Derek Stingley led the team in interceptions with 3. Dotson had 2. Newsome had 2. Atkins had 1. And Petrie had 1. We will be playing against the 9-8 Miami Dolphins in the wild card round, and it says that Tyreek Hill's season stats, he had 57 catches for 800 yards and 6 touchdowns. He must have been injured, definitely, because he can do that in like 3 games in real life.
No cap on that one.
So we got the Chargers against the Jaguars, the Jets against the Ravens, and the Bengals had a first round bye week. Managed to scrape by the Dolphins, beating them 24-21. Now we're going to be playing against the 12-5 Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round. Looking at the playoff bracket, the Ravens, they just beat the Jets 35-21, and then the Jaguars are going to be taking on the Bengals. Unfortunately, the Ravens did beat us 21-13. Lamar Jackson, 257 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. CJ Stroud, 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 67 rating, that's pretty bad. Pretty much no one did much on the ground running. Receiving wise, Dalton Schultz led all of the teams, 74 yards receiving with 7 touchdowns. 49ers beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl 34-17, so those 49er playbooks are pretty good, obviously. Fred Warner won Super Bowl MVP with the 49ers. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Kyle Shanahan won Coach of the Year with the 49ers. Lamar Jackson won Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. Max Crosby won Defensive Player of the Year with the Raiders. This is what the final roster is looking like. CJ Stroud developed nicely. He's a 97 overall with X Factor. He's having crazy seasons every year in this Cowboys playbook. Pierce had pretty good seasons for us as well. He's a 90 overall with star dev. Nico Collins developed into a true number one receiver. 93 was superstar. John Mechie's having great seasons for us in the slot. Tank Dell's having pretty good seasons for us as well. He's up to 86. Dalton Schultz up to 89 with superstar. Offensive line is looking pretty good here. Wells is at 84, Green's at 79, Bowles is at 84, Mason's 83, and Sunsil, he's starting to regress a little bit, but he's still at 95 overall. Defensively, Will Anderson Jr., 96 overall with X Factor. Pierce is down to normal dev, so I probably would end up moving on from him after this season if I kept going and bump Davis up to a starter. Grenard's up to 88 with star dev. He was pretty solid for us the whole rebuild. Stingley Jr. is up to 94 with the X Factor. He was having great seasons as well. Atkins is up to 87 already. Newsom's at 91, so we have like 3 awesome cornerbacks here in this secondary. Petrie, he finally busted up to 86 overall. He was like being stuck around 80 for the first couple of seasons. Harris is up to a 78. Baker dropped down to normal dev, but he's playing up to 88. Dotson, for some reason, the computer just wanted to keep making him the starter at middle linebacker or the sub linebacker spot and giving him all the tackles, but he never got rewarded for it. He's still at 79 overall with normal dev. Way to go, Madden. Hollins at 93 with star dev. Overall, I think we did pretty good. We had one bad season in between. The second season, for whatever reason, Madden decided that we weren't good enough that season. Let me know what y'all think about the playbooks that I chose for this rebuild. If you've done a rebuild with the Texans before, what playbooks did you choose? Did you see good stuff or bad stuff from different types of playbooks? I think the Cowboys playbook did pretty well. Defensively, I always struggle to figure out what playbook to use because it seems like they're real janky. Sometimes it'll be really good, sometimes it'll be really bad. In my opinion, I think the 4-3 defense is the way to go in simulation, but I've seen people say that they like to use 3-4 defense with like the Ravens or something. I've tried that before and it hasn't really worked for me, but let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all liked what y'all saw, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate y'all for watching.